this job, fuck you boss, fuck your profit and fuck your loss. Fuck you, Linda, at the front desk too. Guy in the mailroom, fuck you. This whole company can slide my knob. Fuck all y'all, fuck this job.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, and salutations. Welcome to the AM Grind and Grit Show. I'm your boy, Walls P, and of course, I have with me Gary Lamb. This is the show that we assist you on your way to work, or if you're getting off from work, if you're taking your kids to school, if you work from home, you going to the gym, whatever it is that you got going on, we are here to make your day that much easier. Shout out to David Langley in the building and Erica P in the building. I hope you guys dress warm this morning because over here in the East Coast, it is 30 something degrees right now, and it will go as high as maybe 60 degrees. As always, this is right up my alley because your boy loves the cold. Better than the freaking summer, in my opinion, because if it's hot outside, you could go out butt ass naked, and guess what? All you working on is a perfect tan. So dress warm, dress accordingly, and let's get this day started. All right, so what are we talking about today, ladies and gentlemen? What would you do if within a blink of an eye, the world that we know it as of right now, we're talking the age of social media, everything is instant. You could speak to somebody, 1,000 miles across the globe with a blink of an eye. Imagine all of that is gone overnight, just gone. You no longer have social media. You no longer have any Netflix, so there ain't no Netflix and chill. No YouTube, no Rumble. We know what's the biggest thing nowadays. OnlyFans, no OnlyFans, no automated systems, no GPS. What are stores doing now? Self checkout, no self checkout. Everybody love Amazon Prime Day. No Amazon. Poof. Gone in a blink of an eye. What would you do? Like, what would you do as far as surviving? Would you be able to continue on like that? No TV, no means of communication, nothing. Because just think about it. Our infrastructure, the way that is designed, it's imperative to have the internet. Just think of like these stores, the Walmarts, all of these things. Their scanners are literally on an infrastructure that itemize, keep stock of inventory, all of that stuff. Just with a little handgun that they have that can easily do all the work for them. So just imagine. And I know I'm telling everybody to imagine this, but what if I told you that this was close to happening as early as back in 2012 or 2013? Like, that's how close we were. And the time before that was 2003. You don't believe me? Let's look at this real quick to see how did this come to be? Now it's a 7-minute video, but we're not going to play the 7 minutes. We're just going to get to the crux of this being a potential or having the potential of happening.
Actually disrupt and even damage technology on Earth. The Carrington Event happened in the year 1859, stands as the strongest observed solar storm in modern human history. Now, that caused a lot of problems. It's back when we had, we almost had one in 2012. Earth narrowly missed that one. So if or when it happens, a solar storm that impacts the globe could become a $2 trillion disaster, because it is a magnetic energy that comes through with these storms, and that's where we could have problems. If it were to occur, might take a decade for us to recover. Some of the destruction of communication infrastructure could bring about the end of the internet. You heard me right. This idea was actually explored by a UC Irvine student. She researched the potential in her paper entitled Solar Superstorms, Planning for an Internet Apocalypse. One of the greatest dangers facing the internet with the potential for global impact is a powerful solar superstorm. Well, the federal government has actually assigned a team of scientists at George Mason University $13 million to study this potential internet apocalypse and keep us away or help us prepare for dealing with some sort of solar storm that could cause this. Let's bring in the principal investigator for the project, Professor Peter Becker is at George Mason University. Peter, solar storms causing the internet apocalypse. That sounds like a worst case scenario. What does it look like?
Yeah, well, as you pointed out, it's been in the news a lot lately. There have been articles all over the place, Wall Street Journal, Washington Post. But yeah, the idea is there have been a lot of flares. Flares are when the sun brightens and we see the radiation. And that's kind of the muzzle flash. And then the cannon shot is the coronal mass ejection, as you mentioned. So we can see the flash, but then the coronal mass ejection can go off in some random direction in space. But we can tell when they're actually going to head towards Earth. And that gives us about 18 hours of warning, maybe 24 hours of warning before those particles actually get to Earth and start messing around with Earth's magnetic field. So yeah, you mentioned the Carrington Event in 1859. There was actually also a big flare in Halloween of 2003. And so the Carrington Event actually was a coronal mass ejection that did reach Earth, and it totally wiped out the telegraph system. So the telegraph system was their internet of the day. And sparks were literally flying off the telegraph lines, and there's even rumors that some operators might have even been electrocuted. It was total mayhem, and the system went down for a matter of weeks. And of course, a telegraph system infrastructure is very robust compared to the modern internet with all our little cables and fibers and things. So an event like that occurring now is something the internet is not built to handle. So we're talking not just the electrical grid, but huge economic consequences, especially because of the global wired economy now. So yeah, if it happened now, if the Carrington Event happened right now, we're talking $10 to $20 billion per day of damage to the U.S. economy alone, and possibly weeks to months to repair the infrastructure, because you're talking about all those little electronics closets and all the office buildings basically getting fried. And
So yeah, just imagine the damage that this would do. Like, businesses would be wiped out overnight. Literally wiped out overnight. And good morning, Gary. How's your morning going, brother? I think he's muted right now. But yeah. So this is a real threat. This say that again. You sound like you groggy, brother.
Good morning. Oh no, I'm not groggy.
Okay.
I'm just in the house, and I got my coffee. So
got you.
You. Hi guys, everybody. How's Erica? How you doing? Hey David. Hello. Go ahead.
You got your A and grind, A and grind going on.
Yeah, I got my A and grind going on.
Yeah.
Getting waking up.
Exactly. But yeah, like, this would like literally cripple society. And just think about it. They didn't say this is for 24 hours, because just think about how nuts we go if we have a blackout for 24 hours or less than 24 hours. No, they're saying this is going to take a decade or even more to fix this. And the way, like the catastrophic destruction that this would do to society, the carnage that would go on, people basically losing their marbles. How would you function if this was to happen to you, like happen to us today?
Well,
I,
are you asking me, or are you just that's
no,
just a rhetorical?
I'm just saying in general. But
Yes.
one area where I think we would excel, I think we would excel in communication.
Oh, absolutely. We'll have on each other. We see. I think.
Working with one another. Go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, it will absolutely bring the. It will immediately bring the country together. That's why it's in the best interest for the government not to allow this to happen, right? Because for all the marvelous things that the internet did, it did some terrible things as well, right?
Hmm.
Um, it made the spread of ideologies like almost instant, and foolery just just a regular thing. What's up, Eric? And I think that a lot of us, realize that we don't need the internet, but we're so freaking enamored with it. Like the first week it'd be hell on earth for us. Would be
Oh
oh
yes.
my
Oh
god, it'd
yes.
be hell on earth for because most of us don't even know how to live our lives or entertain ourselves without our phone these days. I mean, how many of you are your hand is like literally freaking glued to your phone, right? I'm a Lyft driver, and even I struggle to not check my social media every hour or so, right? So,
Hmm.
and I'm driving for, but as soon as I get a minute, grab that damn phone, check my damn notifications, see how many damn likes I got, send me how many comments I got. Oh, okay, cool. That's and I mean, don't get it twisted. I'm doing this as a business, right? I'm not just doing this for recreation.
Hmm. Exactly.
Um, but even still, it's like is based upon what I'm entertaining, right? I'm enjoying my time on the line, on the internet, talking to people, arguing with them, or at least watching them argue with each other. Um, I'm starting to get it. I'm starting to get very, very fond of blocking. So I'm
Hmm.
getting really,
Hmm.
really fond of blocking now. So something that I would never do on YouTube, I'm starting to do on TikTok. So it's like I'm starting to notice the difference in my own way of being with the internet. So, what up, Rex? Woo, how you doing, money? It's a good time to see. Well, long time no see. So Rex Woo's in the
Yes, Rex
house.
Wu. What's up,
So
Rex?
I was talking to him. He was like, and I was trying to. He put some things. He had like a podcast on his channel, and I was like, holy cow, Rex will kill at this. So I was like, hey, what do you
Yes.
want to do? And he was like, I'm not interested in that. It will take me too much time, and I just don't think that can fit my schedule. But I'll once in a while I'll just do it in my hobbies, and I'm like, you're such an Asian. I mean, come on, dude. You can break away from your math for a couple of days. Come on, stop. You know what I'm saying? But
You
I
dead
love you.
wrong, man.
But it's true. It's true. My father wouldn't approve of me doing this full time. I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? But he's probably laughing his ass off because he knows damn true. He knows it's true. But but nah, I really think that if they knocked out the internet, that'd be the worst thing the government ever done. They'd be like, if that ever happens, the government will literally lose their Marxist power, and they don't want to do that. They will lose their Marxist power, and God forbid they lose their power. Oh my God, I mean, it's bad enough that you connected the world like with this thing, right? You literally my math cannot wait. See, he's telling the
Yeah,
truth
yeah,
though.
yeah, yeah.
They literally connected the world in good ways and in bad.
Hmm.
I think it's dead either when you come down to good and or bad. I think that's just
Morning,
how.
Lady Lamb. Go on.
What's up, baby girl? I think that's just how it is with everything in our life. It's usually a balance. So, um, the good we immediately, seek out. Because see, here's the thing: alliances have
Hmm.
already been um, created, right? Like,
Yeah.
look at our alliance, right? We have so many people part of our alliance that we don't talk to on a daily basis that we immediately try to get in contact with. And once you're in contact with one of them, you're in contact with all of them, right? So I don't
Hmm.
see. So I think that conversation will really bring the country back together, and then we'll be an unstoppable force because the main goal is to get our lovely internet back. And then we're going to realize we really don't need it. And then we're going to realize how great it is to have sex again. And we're going to realize how great it is to have babies again. We're going to, you know what I'm saying? So, like, by the
Hmm.
time they get it back up, the country will be unified. But
Fact.
the same goes for the horde side as well, right? They're going to do the same thing, but this time they're going to be free to do whatever they want without any resistance, right? So we
Yeah.
don't want to ignore that part of it, right? So, and this it goes beyond any that goes to anything, right? Like any type of classy thing, tribalism thing will cause a togetherness because as humans, whether we like to believe we're independent or not, everybody's talking to somebody every day. It's not, you're not a lone wolf living in the woods building houses out of dirt. You know what I'm saying? Like you commune with each other. So um that will definitely a lot of people are gonna die during that day too. I think. I think people are just go nuts. Do this
Oh
to the
yeah.
end of the
Oh
world,
yeah.
man. And I'm like, no, no,
Oh
no.
yeah.
We can survive without air conditioning. We can survive without houses and huts. We can survive without electricity. We've done it before. It's not a big deal.
See,
But
see, here's the way I view it. And just to answer Rex Wu's conversation, like, dang, do you guys ever sleep? Um, I don't know if you know, but we have a
no,
morning show. We have
no,
a
we don't
morning
sleep.
show
I
that we
don't.
do every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6 a.m. for an hour. So the AM Grind and Grit show. So it's designed to assist you on your way to work. If you're getting off of work, you going to the gym, whatever it is you're doing. We're here for you to entertain you and help you get your day started.
We're gonna
But
have to get a better opening for you when it comes down to that, so we can
okay.
set it up. Yeah, because I want to really kick ass opening. I want you like rhyming and putting words together. I think you got it in you. So every time you say the grind and grit show, it's grind and grit show. You know what I'm saying? Like
No,
we
no,
really
I do, but that's when I'm in the truck at home. I don't want to wake everybody up,
right, right,
so
right. Yeah, you're right. I
it's a bit
forget that you're home,
it's a
man.
yeah, it's a big difference. So yeah, in the truck, oh, I'll be loud as ever, because
Hmm.
it's just me in the truck. But
Right.
I view, like, I always said this, man. I would rather a society where instead of going to work, I wake up and actually rely on agriculture to feed myself and my family. At other
Hmm.
Like, instead of working to get money, now go to the grocery store to do all these things. No. If I can grow up, me and my family, we do our farming and everything, and that's our way of living. We living off the land. I would much appreciate that, because your hard work where it's going to. You get
Hmm.
what I'm saying? And
And you can manage it and all that good stuff.
exactly. And the way I really see it, you ever seen you seen the show The Walking Dead?
Yes.
The way everything seems to be built on the internet, we're talking companies out the wazoo. Like the people who I see who don't really, like, if the internet was to be lost or gone, the people, like the businesses that I see that wouldn't take that much of a dramatic hit, is like mom and pop shops, like the bodegas.
Oh, they're
You know what I
finished.
mean? Yeah.
They're
You think
finished.
they're finished? I don't think they're finished, because they haven't been relying on technology for their stocks and stuff. Because think about it. If you can't make it to major stores, what's the next best thing? You go to
Yeah,
Poppy's
but
store, whatever, and get.
yeah,
You
but they
said, yeah,
can't
but
get they can't get reimbursed. They can't get supplies. You know, there is going to be a lot faster for the big corporations to get supplies than the mom and pop stores. They can't get supplies. Once they dry up completely. You know what I mean?
but
It's only
you think so? Because think about it.
yeah.
If you look at a Walmart, right? Who
Mhm.
they're they rely heavily on the internet to keep keep inventory, their stock, all of this, even their freaking the little guns that they have for scanning, their scan guns, all those are basically relied on the internet to have all these trajectories and all of this stuff going on. You know how long it's going to take for them to have everything in order for them to even know what supplies they're going to get. It's easier for a mom and pop shop to just be like, all right, we're out of such and such, call the company, say we need this amount for deliveries. I
Yeah,
think
but
they
how are they
would
gonna
be eating early on, huh?
how are they gonna call anybody?
See, is the internet really tied to, well, then again, it would fry the lines, as they
It'll
say.
fry all communications. So you got to think.
Yeah,
The young lady said that the telegraph system was fried for
that's
weeks.
true. Yeah, yeah, you're
So
right. You're
they
right.
won't,
You're
they
right.
won't
You're
be able to
right.
get out
You're
there.
right. That, yep.
Whereas uh, the major corporations, they probably have the ability because they have the funding to quickly get somebody to come and
You're right.
structure it there. So by the time, like it might take them a few months to get it all set up, but they'll be the very first ones back up and running.
Oh, I don't even think they'll have a few months to get back up and running because, in all honesty, I think chaos and anarchy would happen
Of course it
because
will, but it will also, but
people will be like, "Yo, I gotta eat." You know how much they would rent? Think about it. They're looting stores now.
yeah,
They're literally looting stores now, and this is for just merchandise for them to sell. So
yeah.
now you're saying now I don't have food to eat? Like
We'll go back to being
I don't
Vikings and
yeah. So I
shit.
believe like I understand like Rex Wu saying, yo, we survived without the internet, but surviving without the internet for like, a couple of hours is different than a deck. Like, just think about it. If this solar storm was to hit, TV, all of that is gone. So you have
Yeah,
no idea what's going on. You can't turn to the internet to like type up on Google, what's the status of this? You literally have no idea what's going on. People will
but see,
lose their marbles.
yes, but there's still a generation who grew up that's still alive that never had the internet, right?
Yeah,
They
but
they
by them, they're in retirement homes. What are they gonna do?
they taught their kids about that with CB radios and stuff like that. They taught them that. Always keep a CB radio around. Always keep a CB radio around. That's what they tell you
Do you
because
have a
it's
CB
based off of
radio?
I don't, but I'm just saying there are people that do, right? They
Hmm.
have been preparing for this forever. What if the internet goes down? That's like one of their, you know, their little things, their little fail safes. There are going to be there's like I said for every uh, tribe, they're going to have their own way of connecting. It was just what it is. I mean, we still have the mailing system. I'm not sure how well they do without that communication, but they still have the carriers. So, mail will still work. Um, I think the
Hmm.
telegraph system will probably be able to be set up much faster. I mean, the government will jumpstart. I think they would be able to do that. But as far as being out completely forever, and then I mean, not excuse me, not being out completely for like, as far as chaos and all that stuff. Oh yeah, people are going to lose their mind because they don't know
Hmm.
how to survive without anything. Like you have so many. This country is so dependent and dependent on the system,
Hmm.
right? Like they don't even know what to do without. They don't know how to do anything without credit these days. Like if they don't have credit, they don't know how to live their life. So everything is credit based. And yeah, it's
See,
Yeah,
here's
people
the
will fall
thing.
apart.
Here's the thing, because I agree with what Rex said. He said no one's gonna listen to old people in the world. The thing is, when chaos happen, these like the people that run the mail, you really think they're gonna stick to going to their job and stuff? Absolutely not, because you may get some people who's gonna stick to going to their job, but the world, I believe, is gonna be so
Nah, you're
concerned
right.
with what's
Nobody's going to
going
work.
on
Wait,
because
you're right. You're right.
even my job, right? My job, we collect trash and stuff like this. If we was to lose the internet, and our whole mapping system is basically based on the internet. Now you can go to paper and stuff like this or whatever, but now when it comes to retrieve the money and all of this stuff, the accounts, that's going to be hard. They're going to have to like shut down in order to get something in place. So meanwhile, while you're shut down, you have no money coming in. And even if you are going to the store and exacerbate the inventory that the Walmarts and all these places have, and they can't re-up on the inventory, now you're in a state of survival.
Yeah,
So now you're like, why am I gonna go to work? Because my money means absolutely nothing. I
yeah,
don't know when I'm gonna get my food. So you know what I'm gonna do now? I'm gonna go to my neighbor and see what they have stocked, and I'm gonna take what I can. Like it's just gonna be, but like because we're not gonna look at law enforcement and everything like that, because everybody is gonna be in the mind state of survival. Because literally everything runs on the internet, fiber optics, all of these things,
yeah.
and nobody saw this coming. Like I can't even imagine if I'm watching the news tonight and they're like, "Yo, a solar storm is gonna hit, and we got 24 hours before we lose the internet as we know it, and everything is shut down." Just think
Yep.
about how much people was going crazy when everybody was talking about Y2K.
hmm
The stuff is gonna be shut down. How people was hoarding food and preparing. If that ball dropped and Y2K happened, you don't think there would have been anarchy?
Oh yeah, and that means, but that I remember when they was talking about stuff like IY2K. Oh, the internet is not set up for passive. I remember that whole thing. Yo,
Hmm.
I had substitute teachers come in and say, "You better prepare. You better prepare."
Oh
Scaring the shit
yeah.
out of me. I remember that was like, "You cocksucking prick." I couldn't stand. Like, I mean, now I'm like, you guys are crazy. You know what I
Oh
mean? But
yeah. Oh yeah.
I remember those crazy days where it was insane.
I tell you this, women would lose their mind, but for a different reason.
Yep. What
They
reason?
can't get that
What reason?
they can't get that dopamine hit from social media.
Nah,
That
that ain't it. They'll
and
realize women will realize how
important men are.
dangerous. Yes, yes, because now you are at a because see that's when the creeps come out, right?
Yep.
And they're going to come out in droves. And if you're a man I mean, if you're a woman that's not prepared, you're done. And when I say prepared, you have like a turret on top of your house. You have endless ammunition, not your new little 13 shooter. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, not that.
Yeah.
That's you're gonna run out of bullets, right? So uh because you're gonna have people that's gonna come that don't give a damn about life. They just want to
Hmm.
get that, they want to get that, hit. They you got men out here that they're savages. And it and the world and the society, modern day society, created them, right?
Hmm.
They never had an opportunity to be with a woman, much less, it's. I don't even want to talk about it. It's so damn grim. So but
Yeah, exactly.
I don't really talk about it.
Exactly.
It's so damn grim. It's like you don't have it, and there's going to be a lot of women out there saying, "Nah, not me, not me." I'm like, no, yes,
Hmm.
you. Yes,
Yes.
you got to understand that this was not, this society is only safe because men allow it to enforce the law, right? That's the only reason why the society is safe. Uh, Once it's lawlessness again in the home, you've already alienated the one force that you could have had, husbands. So it's like Don't expect the cops to try to protect you. They're going to be protecting their
Hmm.
own. You know, they
Exactly.
need to use it. They need to save their ammunition for their own family. They're not coming to your
Yep.
rescue. But
Yep.
what they will
Ma-
do is wait until you get slaughtered, and then come
yeah.
and scavenge whatever they can out of your home.
Well, I think
Because
I think in a situation like that, being a cop don't even matter because people ain't gonna worry about that. Like, I'm a cop, okay, and I still gotta eat.
listen,
Like, I
listen,
think that's
listen.
gonna be the focus.
Being a cop is just a glorified position to have you think that you're above somebody else. It's an illusion. It's fake. It's play. You know what I mean? It's not for real.
Mhm.
You know, you have a secret club that you have to go to an academy to get into, right? But that's going to disband before you know it. And the only real reason why, and those police, not a whole, I will say this, they will try to protect one another. That'll be a club of his own, I think. But they're not protecting nobody. First of all, they're paid subjects. They're
Mhm.
paid subjects. Like, not to say that they get paid a lot to do what they do, because they do not. They don't get paid enough to do what they do. And this comes from a person that don't like cops. So they don't get paid enough to do what they do. But um, when it's all said and done, they're not. I don't see them coming to your rescue. I don't. I just don't. I think a lot of cops are emotionally tapped out when it comes down to this country these days. Like, they just the crap that they've gone through. But it's not just about and it's the what is that word, incident going down. Think about it.
Mhm.
If the internet goes down, that may be power to, and how many people
Yeah,
legit
that's what.
can you
Okay, yep,
say
that's what.
have a generator for their back power?
Yeah.
To hell with a generator. You know what generators run off of? Gas. What does a gas pump run off of? The internet. Like, you can't
Well,
even get gas.
they do have some generators that do also get energy from solar too and store the
Okay,
energy. So they do have some of
okay,
those, but how many people on average have those? It's so very few,
but
you
one
know.
and two, how well? I don't know. I don't know how good they are. I don't know, but I'm sure there's a lot more gas generation than there are solar powered ones.
Oh yeah, there is, but if you like, because think about it, as much as we're talking about this, like you said, you do have people who have built bunkers and everything, and literally designed their house for if a apocalypse or something was to happen. Like, let's
Hmm.
just say a world war or some type of catastrophe happen, they have bunkers, they have food and all of that stuff, that they're prepared for this stuff. So yes, you
Yeah.
will have those people who they're the ones who's going to form communities, bring people in, and start to secure their own little fortress in their own way of living that only certain people can get into. They're going to always have like certain sectors that's going to have these little militias or whatever through this, let's just call it apocalyptic world, if this was to happen or whatever. But
Yeah.
I think the most people are gonna become scavengers.
Of
Like,
course.
it's sad to think that losing the internet will do that, but it's just the fact that the internet opened up the way to so many other things that kind of like run on the same lines, so to speak, the same infrastructure, that it's going to indirectly affect other stuff,
Hmm.
from power and all. Like, that thing literally hit the, what was it, the tele whatever, the person said, the tele, I forgot what it was, but it was like a meager means of communication. It affected
Telegraph.
that, and people, yes, telegraph, and people got electrocuted. So just imagine, matter of fact, it's a good possibility that a good portion of the population will be wiped out if you're saying that it caused electric sparks and people got electrocuted and killed. We're basically a massive conductor for that
That is
nowadays.
true. Yeah, it is.
Like,
But yeah, I
we're a
mean, now,
massive
is there a
conductor.
possible? Now, is it possible for them to have set up a system where that energy is like um, channeled to
I think it
something.
can be channeled to a certain extent because I remember just recently they were saying, "Oh, with your iPhone, don't sleep with your don't keep your iPhone next to you when you're sleeping while it's charging," because there have been cases of it sparked and caused a fire or whatever. So
Wow.
if you're talking just a spark, or a matter of fact, I think the Galaxy phones, not too long ago, their phones would catch on fire from charging. So
Hmm.
they have buffers in place, but if it's that big of a jolt,
Yeah.
them buffers will do absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. We're talking about something Mother Nature that is so catastrophic with this solar storm,
Yeah.
that the jolt that it can produce is just like, unmeasurable.
Right. That is a scary
Unmeasurable.
thought. That is a
Yeah.
scary
And
thought.
and it freaking caused that to happen with a telegraph.
Yeah.
A telegraph. So just imagine the stuff now.
You
Like
know,
we
we
look at
need
a
to do
telegraph
a
and that's a joke.
yeah, we gotta do an official video on this. I think this would be a great video to do
Yeah.
and like put on like a disaster channel or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
What if you lost your cell phone through this? And then we do all the scientific stuff. Obviously
hmm
we're going to volunteer Erica P for that because this woman is amazing when it comes down to research. So I put it in our brain because she said in my
Yeah.
head, well, in your head, you want to research all the things that's disastrous and all the things that a stellar freaking storm like this can actually do. And she's going to
Yeah.
say to me at this moment, you suck, Gary, because now I actually want to see what you're talking about. Right. So
Mhm.
that's the good thing about her brain. You just put it in there. And she's like, you know what? I am interested in what that would do. Damn it.
Yeah. You
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 suck.
know you know what though? If something like this was to happen, which basically hit the reset button, so to speak,
Oh, absolutely.
I
And I
don't
think
know.
that would
I,
be
I think
lovely.
I
I
think I
see
would I think on the surface level, I think I would like it, man.
on a primal level, I would be so fucking excited. Like, see, the thing
Yes.
is like I don't think women understand how boring life is for men today's days. It's
hmm
so boring. It's nothing to do. Like, everything that we could do as men, um, it's not even worth mentioning. Like, uh, uh, unless you make like billions of dollars and whatever. It's like there's no real sport in what we do anymore. Like, I don't want to climb the corporate ladder competing with women. That's just wasting my time. Like, that's boring. Like, I can't compete with you because you don't even know how to play on the same. You don't know how to play on a level, a proper level playing field. You have no idea what
hmm
that looks like. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna revert to the whole female way of cheating. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
hmm
I don't got time for that. And two, if I beat you, so what? I know I can beat you. You know what I'm saying? Like I know I can beat you, man. It's like it's not even a waste. It's a waste of time to do that kind of stuff these days because I don't feel like I don't want to be bothered. Like I don't want to go against you like that. The protecting and providing thing used to be our stitch. That was our thing. And this will take us right back to that because women ain't trying to be outside like that. Women are
Uh-huh.
not trying to be outside like that. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be doing exactly what they do right now. Is what about the kids? What about the kids? What about the kids? I'm like, we don't care about your kids. Like we don't care. I, I will be low key happy, because I might be slaughtered in the process. Because let's be real, we can sit here and pretend that I have what it takes to survive a solar apocalypse. No, I don't. No, I don't. But on a primal level, yeah, that'd be awesome. I would be alive for the first time in my life. I'll be alive.
I,
So I think
I
that'd be kind of cool.
see me. I think like I agree with you, but I think also it would bring closeness with the family structure, with the community, so to speak. Um,
If
I
you
think
got that ability, yeah.
yeah,
If you
I
if you
know.
have the
I guess like in the first couple of days, like I think people would be shocked and wondering what's going to happen. But I honestly believe those first couple of days where people can actually go into stores, still buy stuff. I think it's when the inventory start running low and they don't know when more inventory is coming and stuff like that. I think that's where we're going to run into this problem of the chaos and anarchy going on, so to speak. So I think for the first couple of days, it's still going to have that like like that fakeness of thinking, okay, things are going to get back to normal. It's when reality start hitting that it's going to be like, oh shoot, where do we go from here? And I think at that moment, that will have women understand the importance. Like it's gonna like people are gonna realize they don't have as many options as they thought they did because social media is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like women refuse catcalling from people because they look at it as I can do better because I have access to million of men on social media. So I
But you
think
don't.
that
That's not
I
true. You
know,
don't have access to
I
women.
know that, but now that you know that that option is gone, that's going to make people, I believe, look at the reality of the situation of what options that they actually do have for themselves or whatever, you know.
Hmm.
Um, so with that being said, I believe that's gonna make people in those initial days form bonds.
Yep.
Once you form those bonds in those first initial days, those bonds that you form are the bonds that you're going to continue to go with when the chaos starts.
You're
Now,
going
will
to
those
cleanse
bonds
with another.
exactly. So, once those bonds are formed, y'all going to stay together because it's like, yo, we're stronger with strength in numbers, but at the end of the day, if stuff hits the fan, I'm still going to look out for my family. But as far as
I
working
think
as a go ahead.
no, go ahead. I thought you were saying. Go ahead.
As far as working as a cohesive unit, as far as to get to for me to get to where I need to go or what direction I believe I need to go in, I think it's better if we do it strength in numbers, but it will only be with the bonds that we formed those first few days. Go ahead.
Well, well, Mala Justin, when he was coming to the show, said something to
Hmm.
me in private that really, really stuck with me.
Hmm.
He said, "If I don't know you, you're dead.
Mm,
You're dead." Because at
mm,
that point, there is no law and order. I'm not going to give you an
mm,
opportunity to get a jump on me. So you're dead. I have to know you for you to survive, and even then, that may not be enough, right?
mhm.
And I think about that all the time because you're going to have people running around looking for some type of support, right?
Mhm.
The ones who are not looking for support are the ones that's going to last the first wave of this because they're going to be the ones that's going to plow the road, if you will, because they have to
Got
protect
you.
their family, right? So
Mhm.
if you got people that's running around and saying, "Oh, what we going to do? What we going to do?" Pop, 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 because it's like because eventually you're going to start running for the food that I need to run for, right? So um,
Yeah.
it's the first
Dog eat
time, man.
dog.
Well, hey, this is what we're listen, this is a social experiment. Okay, this whole civilization crap is just a social experiment. Nobody really believe in this shit. Look at how hard we fight each other in a core system alone, right? We
Yeah.
demolish each other in a core system. So you're gonna tell me that energy is not gonna play out on streets? Of course it is. Of course it
Yeah.
is. And
Yeah.
you got people out there that don't give a rat's ass about life, so they damn sure don't care about yours. So they're gonna be like,
Mhm.
hey, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna have those crazy people out there. So the bond that you need to be creating is now. Like you need to have
Yeah.
that bond created now. And guess what? We don't. I have more friends online than I do in person, and that's a sad state of events. Sad, 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 sad. I know like three people in this state. You know what I mean? Three.
Mhm.
Um, luckily,
Thank God I could say it's the opposite for me. I know more people in person than online.
yeah, yeah. But luckily, I'm where they grow the food. So
Yeah.
Ms. Good
Yes,
morning.
Miss
And I
Miss.
was just
Good
thinking the
morning.
same thing, social
Yep.
experiment. Yeah, so I'm at a place where uh we grow the food, and I think that a lot of the calamity that we would have experienced in New Jersey won't
Hmm.
happen here. Don't get it twisted. It's going to be some craziness here. Of course, we got two cities, but
Yeah.
we also grow the food, and there's plenty of people here, hunters and stuff like that, and they want to manage the hunting and say, all right, we're going to have to put everybody on rations because
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
can't just hunt to extinction. So we got to do
A
this,
lot
that,
of
and the third.
lot of fat people gonna lose weight.
A lot of fat people gonna get skinny. You ain't gonna have no choice but to get skinny. You got to,
Facts.
because you here's the reason why. You don't work, you don't eat. Literally, it goes back to a way it's supposed to be. It will literally reset. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Women will
Yes.
realize that holy cow, this is so much better. But they don't
Yeah.
know the difference, right? They don't know the difference from, because here's the thing, and I know a lot of women, and I talk about women all the goddamn time because y'all get on my last nerve. Miss, you suck. I can't stand you.
Really?
But
Really? That's what we doing?
that's what we doing. But Erica P, you
Li-
get on my last nerve. Latoya Lamb, you get on my last nerve. Nah, um,
Nothing
but
but
no,
love for y'all, ladies. I got nothing but love
nah,
for you.
no,
All
no,
right.
that's a lie.
He,
That's all
Gary
hate.
is not speaking for both of us. All right. So
No.
just let it be known.
I'm speaking for me. I can't stand y'all greasy asses. Y'all get on my nerve, all soft and cute and stuff. I can't stand it. But anyway, I think women will realize how much easier, I mean, not easier, simpler life can be when they have a set system that's been designed for survival, right?
Yeah.
They no longer have to fight for every little thing. You know what I'm saying? Because right now,
Hmm.
women have to fight for every little thing. It was never meant to be that way for women. You guys got to claw at everything. Y'all think that's freedom? No, it's not freedom. I don't know where you get that from. It's not freedom. You know what I'm saying? Like the bad
You,
bees might look like they winning, but they not. They work 12,
you
12
know,
out. They
you
work
know
so
why,
hard.
you know why it's not really a sense of freedom, because like women look at it as a form of control, so to speak, but
Oh, it is. It
the
is.
men wanted, no, like them being home taking care of the kids. Women looked at it as a form of the control, a form of control from men,
Oh,
but
okay,
it
okay, okay.
really wasn't.
No.
What that was trying to protect you from society. Let me go out there, let me get the brute force of how ugly this world is while you're home with the kids in a safe space. You don't have to deal with the everyday ugliness of the world and the ugliness of society. I'm doing
Mhm.
that so that you don't have to go through that.
Yeah.
And I think
But
we've been
see,
fed a whole bunch of BS
but
to
hold on, wait a minute. There,
change that. Go ahead.
there's an upside to it now. Our
Hmm.
women know how to fight. Like they know how
Oh
to
yeah.
fight. They know how to now don't get it twisted. I'm not saying that every woman knows how to shoot a gun, but it won't be hard to get her to learn. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Like my
Yeah.
wife hates guns, but let this thing happen. So where's mine? Mr. and Mrs. Smith out this bitch. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
And,
she's not.
and you know what? Women be the ones that be like, "Yo, I'm ready to fight." Like, "Yo, you like the." We could be like, "You know what? Let's think about this." She's like, "No, we got to go protect our own. We got to go kill these
Mhm,
mofo's so that we can be
mhm,
protected." So women,
mhm.
like, yo, don't get it twisted, man. Women, you know what I mean, have more backbone than we believe. Like, you know, so don't
Oh,
get it
I
twisted.
agree. I agree with that. What I'm saying when it comes down to being manless is
Yeah.
that backbone doesn't matter. Like you don't that backbone. It's like when you're manless and you got a
Hmm.
crap ton of scavengers around.
Got
Um,
you. Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like even one like you two lions can really do some damage, but one lion can't really do much. They
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
surround them very easily, right? So, because there's strength in numbers, of course.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
I look at it like if you can, if you have that man saying, all right, let's go. That sense of security, even though you're scared, because the man's scared too, right? He's scared too, but it's like that sense of security is like, all right, cool, man. I've been training with my B for the longest time. You know what I mean? I know she got my back in this situation, so I know we gonna be good. We went through hell and high water, so and then all it takes is for you to take out a couple of dudes, get that damn
Yes.
experience. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Yep.
Like it's
Yep.
like,
Yep.
next thing you know, you walking around with the Walking Dead katana and
Yep.
shit. Like I'm out
Exactly.
here, let's go.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Look, got the body of
Pretty
Angela
much.
Bassett when she was in
Yep.
What's Love Got to Do It? Like just
Yeah.
chisel.
Yeah.
I'm just standing
Yeah.
here like I'm about
Yeah.
to put a baby in you, girl. Are you
Yep.
serious? Let's do it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be, oh my god, it's gonna be awesome. I'm actually excited about it when I really think about it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think that as a couple, as a team, how God intended it, I think we'll be a dynamite situation because you'll
Yeah.
see things that I won't see. You can hear things that I can't hear. Your alert system is more in tune than mine is. So it's like there are so many perks and benefits of having that dynamic together that I just don't understand why we won't just do that. These yearbutts don't feed the kids. These
Yeah.
gotcha statements don't feed the kids. It just don't. Like that would be the best thing that happened to the country, man. It'll be
I
horrible.
think so. I think
It'll be
so.
horrible at first. Okay.
That's why, that's why what you said earlier was so important when you said, yo, the government don't want this to happen. They'll fight tooth and nails because they're trying to work on a system to see if it can prevent that from happening if this
hmm
type of solar, superstorm was to happen. Because they know if we lose control of this thing and the population form that kind of unity, yo, even if you bring the internet and stuff back, we'll walk into it with caution where we'll have things in place. Like it will never be the same again. Put it like that.
No,
It's like, yo,
no, it won't.
stuff will never, I will never put myself in a position where I rely on this thing so much that
hmm
if stuff was to hit the fan, I no longer know how to survive. That will never happen again. And the government
Kaylee,
don't want to lose that control. Hey, Kaylee
Kaylee said
Rico.
she said that it gave her chills when I
Yes.
watched the news thing that Wally sent me.
Yeah.
Um, the same thing happened to me as well, Kaylee. I was like, holy shit, that's crazy. And the
Yes.
only reason why
Yes.
it gave me chills is because I don't know shit. Like everything I
Mhm.
know is it's insignificant for real survival. Like I don't know
Yeah.
shit. And
Mhm.
obviously they set it up for that purpose, right?
Yep.
So here's the thing that really boggles the mind. Every time we come up with these conversations, we never
Mhm.
prepare. This is what irritates me about our stupid
Yeah.
little freaking nation. It's like we don't prepare for shit. Like, oh my God, so what are we gonna do? Well, it'd be too fucking late by then.
Yeah.
It'd be
Yeah.
too late.
Exactly.
Like you have
Exactly.
time to prepare right now. Well, we don't have the face papers right now. Well, shit, go get them. You know what I mean? Let's grind this up. That's why I can't wait till
Mhm.
people wake the hell up and start with this bull junk and just say, look,
Yep.
we are on the verge of a financial collapse. We can possibly, experience a freaking war, another freaking world
Yes.
war. We can
Yep.
possibly experience a catastrophic solar flare that blows all our communications. All these possibilities that's here, and we still ain't doing nothing. How many people ran to the library to buy books? You know what I'm saying? Take out books on agriculture, survival. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How to turn a toothpick into a mountain. Like who's
Yeah.
going to get
Yeah.
these books? You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
insane that we don't do those things. We'll sit there and we'll look at the screen like, oh, that'd be crazy. That's nuts. And next thing you know, you at Starbucks buying your coffee, completely forgot the conversation.
Yep. And
You know?
you're right. Kaylee Rico is right because we said it. We was like, there's a small population of people that actually are preparing for this stuff.
Yeah, and they
They're
good luck
literally
trying to get them to help you. They do
exactly,
not care about you.
exactly. Like you got to get ingratiated with them now. because
Mm-hmm.
once this happens, it is way too late for that to
Bye
happen.
bye.
But
You
you know
better,
what the
man. Your
problem you
pretty
know what
privilege will get you in, but though your pretty
yeah,
privilege will get you in.
you know what the problem is? The problem is that we take everything for granted. That's what it comes down to.
Do we
Because
really
we
do
think,
that? Oh, see, wait a minute.
ah,
Let's explore that. Okay.
mhm.
Do we really take everything for granted? Because I know we're a
Yes.
spoiled nation. Wait, no, no,
Yes.
don't just blanket it here. Like
I,
let's really fight this one through, okay? Like let's
mhm.
work on this one, Wally P. Let's let's
All right,
let's
got you.
let's 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 get on the devil's advocate side for a moment, all
we
right? Because
we
I
got
know,
we got we got 4 minutes to cover this, so let's tackle it real quick.
all right, cool. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. So, uh, do we really take what we have for granted? Meaning, we really do not take the time to appreciate the history that we have when it comes down to agriculture, when it comes down to survival without electricity and all of this stuff. Do we really take that for granted, or is it we just don't know, or we haven't experienced it to even want to entertain it, right? Because I know a lot of people that claim that once they never thought they would enjoy fishing, but when they went fishing, they enjoyed it. And now they fish on a regular basis. The same thing with golf. I never like who wants to do golf? It's so stupid. And then people come like that. You don't understand, man. You don't understand why it's such a great game. You know what I mean? So it like,
Mhm.
is it possible that the reason why we take things for granted because we never really experienced it?
The reason why I say we still take things for granted, because even if you went fishing and you enjoyed it, when it comes to bailouts for farmers and all of this stuff and how they got to get money, like during the pandemic, we didn't give a damn about farmers getting their money. We're like, yo, I need my money so that I can feed my kids. People don't think about these things. And just because I took a little bit of time to explore in it and say, oh, this is pretty much cool, that's cool, whatever, that doesn't mean that I actually take into consideration what these people go through. Because when I go to the supermarket, I still want my greens and all that to stay the same price that it was that I was paying for. If it goes up 20 cents, 50 cents, I'm pissed, because that's messing up or affecting my bottom line. So it's like, yeah, we take this for granted. We can have a general consensus of what they go through, but at the end of the day, if it's going to cost me more, even though I know what you put in to produce said crops, I don't give a damn at the end of the day, because I only want to pay this amount of money for it.
Yeah,
So
we
that's why
suck.
I think we really don't give a damn. Like,
We suck. I mean, we're so suck because let's be honest, you're absolutely right. And I'm just trying to give a
no, I get
little
it. I
bit
get it. I get it.
of
I get it. Now, don't get
perspective.
me wrong. There will be some people who be like, "Yo, I understand what farmers are going through, and I want them to get the sense, the help." But I think that's a small percentage of people, and we live in a society where it's like, "Yo, what's the terminology? It's like the the more outweigh the few, or something like that. I forgot what it's called. Like, what's the
The
saying is,
the
but it's
the the,
something.
the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few.
Yes, yes, there you go. Yes, yes. And I think that's what the
And
problem is.
and I will look Spock dead in his face. I'll say, "Try it, bitch." Like, try it. I will fucking blow you the fuck away. I don't give a shit about your 909 powers. I will blow you the fuck away.
Facts, facts, facts.
Yeah, that's easy to say until you got an adversary looking dead at your ass. You
You're
know what I
right.
mean?
You're
Like,
right. You're right. You are absolutely
shit,
right, man. That is for real.
13%
But
of the
yeah,
population. You honestly believe? That's why I tell people all the time, yo, man, don't look at my color. Don't look at my
yeah,
color. Because if you
exactly.
look at my color, I'm going to look at yours. And if I look at your color, all of y'all going to die.
Yep.
All of y'all. Every white person that popped their head up, pop, you're gone. You're gone. Because you're my enemy now. Just based off of
Well,
color, you're my enemy. And I don't want
yeah,
that because,
yeah,
obviously
yeah.
I'm going to go down, but I'm going to take a bunch of you motherfuckers with me, or at
Put
least
it like this.
try.
Put it like this. As much as white folks say, I don't see color, if something like
They
this
see
happened,
color.
I want you to stay with that same mentality of I don't see color, because this is the time that I want it to be I don't see color. we need to help one another.
That's what I
You
would
feel me?
love. But see
Yep.
that, but here's the thing, and we're gonna get off like because we got no more time. But you have to understand, in order for I don't see color to truly happen, Wally P,
Mm-hmm.
you
Mm-hmm.
have to have something in your head that they desperately need, right?
Yeah.
You need to
Yeah.
be
That's
able
true.
to pull, you need to be able to pull your damn family's weight. And if you can't, you are nothing but a mule. You're finished. You're through.
Expendable.
That's what
You're expendable.
you're so expendable. You better be a doctor
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
like
Some kind of
somebody
trade. Yep.
that's yeah, you gotta have some type
A
of
engineer that could produce,
engine.
hydroelectric power or something.
Right. See, that's the kind of stuff that is so important for us, our society, and that's what I'm trying to train myself into doing. Like I don't want to be an engineer, but my son wants to be an engineer. So I
Mhm.
want to, cultivate that desire to be an engineer. He's wicked smart. Um,
Yeah.
but I just I, I'm excited for that to happen. I know it doesn't
Hmm.
sound right to say, but
Yeah. Yeah.
it
Because you're thinking about
because
that reset button. That's what it is. You're thinking about the
that
reset button.
reset, yes, because if we don't
What's up,
reset
Lawrence?
soon, what's going on, Lawrence? If we don't reset soon, guys, you know what I mean? There ain't gonna be much to reset for, bro. Like
Yeah.
we
Exactly.
gotta reset, man. And can we
Exactly.
can we do that organically? I think we can, but it takes content creators like myself to set up a what is it a wave of channels that
Hmm.
will allow us to learn from one of each other. You know what I'm saying? So Lawrence, you don't become you just be popping in there like every once in a blue moon. What you be doing, man? You got like these like hey you pop in like no then I don't see your ass for like 3 friggin' months and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like just be popping in like
He's a hardworking individual. You feel me?
that could be true. I don't know. I don't know what he does, but he
Right.
probably told me years ago, but I didn't forgot.
Yeah.
God dang it. It's been
Yeah.
forever every day. But and you be coming in all late. We already about to get off. We actually 2 minutes
Yeah.
behind after schedule. We about to
Exactly.
get off, man.
Look,
You know what
look.
I'm saying?
This is what I will say, man. Like, just keep this in the back of your mind because this is a possibility of happening. Because, like we said in the beginning of this live, this almost happened on two occasions, back in
Mhm.
2003 and back in 2012.
Mm.
So don't just act like, hey, this can't happen. I don't see it coming. This is something that is a very strong possibility. And it's not something that's going to be overnight losing your power. You think it was bad when Sandy hit the East Coast and people lost their power for like what, a week? This is
Yeah,
something that can be lingering for decades.
yeah, yeah,
Decades. So
yeah.
just keep that in the back of your mind. If I knew in 24 hours the world as we know it was going to change, what exactly would my next step be?
That's
Just
a
think
good
about
damn
that.
question, and that's a
You feel
great
me?
question to lead us to close the
Yeah,
live on right there.
exactly.
Listen,
Exactly.
shout out to
I
Rumble. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
oh no, I was gonna say just remember to remind everybody to, the show and everything like
I
that
was
once you
literally just
tune
about
in.
to do that. Shout
Got
out to Rumble. Shout out to Discord. I don't know. I think I'm shutting down my Discord. I think I'm gonna shut it down and start a fresh new one.
got
Because
you.
that I think I might. But as of right now, shout out to the Discord because I don't even use it. I'm barely up there. But shout out to the Discord. Shout out to the YouTube channel. Shout out to everyone that's on the live right now. Truly appreciate every last one of you. We are here
Mhm.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday, same time. 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time to wake y'all asses up, to put the coffee in you, and don't get it twisted. This AM grind is going to go to the next level. Once we get our government cheese from Uncle Sam, we're going to take it to the next level, and we're going to have
Yes.
y'all asses sweating in the morning. Yes, we are. Y'all going to be getting up. Y'all going to have your bike. Y'all going to be putting on your tights and say, "I'm getting my sexy back for the summer with the Gary
Yeah.
Lamb Network and Matters of Opinion." Oh shoot, they got me out here sweating. Yo, I'm telling you, it's going to be popping. It's going to be popping.
Yes,
It's going
yes,
to be
yes,
live. Right? Don't worry,
yes.
because me, Gary Lamb, I'm about. I'm in my fat clothes right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of being in my fat clothes. It's time for me to get out of my fat clothes. So
Don't worry,
I'm gonna take the
we'll
fat
get you'll
clothes
get
off.
right by the you'll get right by the summertime. You'll get right.
Oh, I
You'll
know
get right.
that. I want to get everybody right with me. This is the community that we're building, right? So if we're going to build a community, let's do it the right way. I want you guys in shape. I want you guys doing squat thrusts. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I want you
Mhm.
ladies to get back in shape because you're gonna have to run in apocalypse. You're gonna have to run. You're gonna have to run.
Hold that thought real quick. Kaylee Rico, Australia in the building. Love it,
Ooh,
love
we
it,
done reached
love it, love it,
Australia. Ooh,
love it,
how you
love it.
done?
I know,
No,
right?
is Lady Lamb still on? Is Lady Lamb still on? I love messing with my wife. Well, that's
But
it.
yeah,
We're here
go ahead.
every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Hopefully, you can tune in a little bit more when it comes down to Australia. That's an
Yeah.
area that I want to go to. Mm.
Uh-oh. You see, she got the little fire after her name, right?
Because yeah, that's a fight
That's
right
that
there.
mean. That's that mean look. She giving you that fire
Mhm.
mean look right now.
Mhm. She gonna, I know her. She's gonna walk in here. She's gonna do that little point thing, and she's gonna look at me with that. Okay, all right, you want to do it? That's how you want to do it. All right, cool, no problem. But yeah, all. You know why I do that? This is why I do that. I do that to test her temperature. I just want to make sure she's still into me enough to care that I'm flirting with somebody else. That's all I'm saying. I want to see if she still give a damn because sometimes women be on some like, yo, I don't give a what you do, and I don't want her ever to get to that point. So I always mess with my wife. Always.
Right.
That's my baby. I love you. But that's it. Let's get up off this. This is Gary Lamb bringing you relevant. No, I'm opening the show. This is
I
Gary Lamb
know.
signing off. You got have a good one.
Peace, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
Fuck this job, fuck you boss, fuck your profit and fuck your loss, fuck you